2025, a year of breakthroughs and bold missions at NASA's Silicon Valley hub. NASA's Ames Research Center, nestled in the heart of Silicon Valley, has once again proven itself as a powerhouse of innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in space exploration, technology, and science. As we reflect on 2025, let's dive into some of the most remarkable achievements that have brought us closer to the stars and beyond. Supercomputers and wind tunnels, unlocking the secrets of spaceflight. But here's where it gets fascinating. By merging the capabilities of the NASA Advanced Supercomputing Facility and the Unitary Plan Wind Tunnel, researchers achieved something extraordinary. They simulated and modeled an adjustment to the Space Launch System, SLS, rocket, potentially enhancing airflow and stability during the Artemis II mission. This collaborative effort is a giant leap toward establishing a sustainable human presence on the Moon and, eventually, Mars. And this is the part most people miss, the intricate dance of technology and engineering that makes these missions possible. Stardust and sugars, unveiling the origins of life. In a discovery that has scientists buzzing, NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission returned pristine asteroid samples from Bennu, revealing a never-before-seen, gum-like material. This substance, likely formed in the early solar system, could hold the key to understanding how life began on Earth. Could these complex molecules be the building blocks of life elsewhere in the universe? The implications are profound and invite us to rethink our place in the cosmos. Viper, hunting for lunar ice and beyond. As part of the Artemis campaign, NASA's Viper rover is set to explore the Moon's south pole in search of volatile resources like ice. Scheduled for delivery by Blue Origin in late 2027, Viper will not only support lunar exploration but also lay the groundwork for future Mars missions. But here's a thought-provoking question: what if the resources we find on the Moon could sustain human colonies, reducing our reliance on Earth? How would that change our approach to space exploration? Fighting fire from the skies, NASA's Airborne Wildfire Solutions. NASA's OSIRIS project has been testing remotely piloted aircraft to monitor and combat wildfires, even in low-visibility conditions. By partnering with companies like Overwatch Aero, NASA is revolutionizing how we respond to natural disasters. Imagine a future where wildfires are detected and extinguished before they spiral out of control, a future NASA is actively shaping. Heat shields and private missions, the new space economy. NASA Ames is playing a pivotal role in the commercial space sector by developing advanced thermal protection systems. For instance, a custom heat shield designed for a private spacecraft bound for Venus is a testament to NASA's expertise. This mission, led by Rocket Lab and MIT, aims to study Venusian clouds for signs of life. But here's a controversial point: as private companies take on more ambitious missions, should NASA focus on enabling these ventures or continue leading its own explorations? What do you think? Artemis II astronauts and the Orion legacy. Christina Koch and Victor Glover, alongside Orion leaders, visited NASA Ames to celebrate the achievements of the teams behind the Orion program. Ames facilities were instrumental in developing Orion's thermal protection system and analyzing the Artemis I heat shield. This visit underscores the human stories behind the technology, reminding us that every mission is a collective effort of countless individuals. Mars missing carbonates, a mystery solved. NASA's Curiosity rover may have cracked a long-standing Martian mystery. By discovering siderite, an iron carbonate mineral, in the Gale crater, researchers are closer to understanding why Mars' ancient atmosphere didn't produce the expected amounts of carbonate minerals. This finding challenges our assumptions about Mars' past and raises new questions about the planet's habitability. Starling and Starlink, orchestrating space traffic. In collaboration with SpaceX, NASA's Starling mission demonstrated autonomous coordination between spacecraft to improve space traffic management. This breakthrough could revolutionize how satellites operate in low Earth orbit, making space safer and more efficient. But here's a question to ponder: as orbital congestion increases, who should be responsible for regulating space traffic, governments, private companies, or an international body? Betelgeuse's companion, a century-old prediction confirmed. Using the Gemini North Telescope and a NASA-built high-resolution camera, Steve Howell confirmed the existence of a companion star to Betelgeuse. This discovery not only validates a century-old hypothesis but also sheds light on the behavior of red supergiant stars. It's a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our cosmic neighborhood. BioNutrients, fermenting the future of space food. NASA's BioNutrients experiments are exploring how microorganisms can produce fermented foods like yogurt in space, ensuring astronauts have access to essential nutrients during long-duration missions. This research could transform how we sustain human life beyond Earth. Imagine a future where space travelers enjoy fresh, nutritious meals, a far cry from traditional space food. Autonomous satellite swarms, the future of space exploration. NASA's Distributed Spacecraft Autonomy (DSA) project has tested software that allows satellite swarms to make decisions with minimal human intervention. Demonstrated aboard the Starling mission, this technology could enhance mission efficiency and resilience. But here's a controversial interpretation: as AI takes on more roles in space exploration, are we risking over-reliance on technology? Where do we draw the line between human control and machine autonomy? Remotely piloted aircraft, the sky's the limit. Through the ATMX project, NASA is ensuring that remotely piloted aircraft can operate safely in shared airspace. Partnerships with companies like Whisk Aero and Collins Aerospace are paving the way for a new era of aviation. Imagine a future where drones and piloted aircraft coexist seamlessly, a future NASA is helping to build. Beyond visual line of sight, drones redefining flight. In a groundbreaking demonstration, NASA and the Department of War showcased drones flying without direct operator visibility, covering over 75 miles in North Dakota. This concept, known as beyond visual line of sight, could revolutionize cargo delivery and emergency response. But here's a thought: as drone technology advances, how do we balance innovation with privacy and safety concerns? Mixed reality flight simulators, training the next generation of pilots. NASA is accelerating the adoption of mixed reality systems for pilot training, combining physical simulators with virtual reality headsets. This technology could reduce costs and space requirements while preparing pilots for next-generation aircraft. Imagine a future where pilots train in immersive, realistic environments, a future NASA is actively shaping. Fruit flies in space, unlocking human health secrets. Through a partnership with Axiom Space, NASA launched fruit flies to the International Space Station to study the effects of space travel on the human body. Given the genetic similarities between humans and fruit flies, these tiny creatures offer invaluable insights into DNA repair and health in space. This research could lead to breakthroughs in protecting astronauts and improving health on Earth. Antibiotic resistance in space, a global health challenge. New studies aboard the ISS are advancing the detection of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, a critical issue for both astronauts and Earth's population. Ensuring the effectiveness of antibiotics in space is a vital safety measure for future missions. But here's a question: how can space-based research accelerate solutions to antibiotic resistance, one of the leading causes of death worldwide? BioSentinel, 3 years of deep space exploration. The BioSentinel mission, orbiting the Sun 48 million miles from Earth, has completed 3 years of collecting data on solar radiation storms. Managed by NASA Ames, this mission is helping scientists understand the impacts of space weather on life beyond Earth. Imagine a future where we can predict and mitigate these effects, a future BioSentinel is helping to create. Astrobee, robotic assistants for the Moon and Mars. NASA's Astrobee robots have achieved multiple first-in-space milestones aboard the ISS, marking a new era of robotic assistance. As we return to the Moon and venture to Mars, robots like Astrobee could take over routine tasks, freeing astronauts to focus on exploration. But here's a final thought: as robots become more capable, how do we ensure they complement human exploration rather than replace it? 2025 has been a year of unprecedented achievements for NASA's Ames Research Center, from groundbreaking discoveries to bold missions that push the boundaries of what's possible. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the journey to the stars is just beginning. What excites you most about NASA's ongoing missions? Share your thoughts in the comments below.